Ghana's fisheries sector play an important role, hence contributing significantly to the economic development of the country. However, the sector is faced with a lot of challenges. Today on BizTrends, I have with me the programs manager of Friends of the Nation, Mr. Kyei Yamoah, to discuss the importance and challenges of this sector. My name is Enyonam. Many thanks to my sponsors, NPRA, Data Bank, Leap Tomato Paste, J&G Insurance Brokers and Management, of course, BizTrends Enterprise. Stay with me. I'll be right back after this break.
Tomato paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Aha! This is what I call Ediane.
Secret na LEAP, leap. Someone named a leap tomato paste. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu biaso. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and FNF.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
Welcome back from that quick break. You are still watching BizTrends. Share your thought with us on this particular discussion. We are talking or looking at the fishing sector in Ghana. Mr. Yamoah, this is a Corona greeting.
Yeah.
Welcome and thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Now, let's start off by discussing how important is fishery sector in Ghana. And of course, you do that with touching on the challenges the sector is facing as well.
Yes, I would say that the fishery sector is very important.
Right.
It provides employment for over 10% of Ghanaians.
Okay.
And if we talk about 10%, we are looking at about close to 3 million Ghanaians.
3 million.
So that is a lot of employment. It's also food. So it helps us address our food insecurity issues. In fact, a lot of food you eat in Ghana also goes with fish. Kyei and fish, banku and fish, even fufu and fish. So fish is very important. It is the cheapest source of protein. And it gives us the nutrition, so that is very good. But importantly, after creating the employment,
right,
it's also giving us foreign exchange. And in totality, we are getting about, let's say about $1 billion annually as export, employment in the economy. So fish and fisheries is very important. When you go to the fish shore or the beach, you see the multitude of people who are associated with the fishing. It is estimated that if a boat or a canoe is landed, it creates additional job for 7 different groups of people.
Okay.
So those who go there doing the petty trading, they get something. Those who are helping to haul the fish, those who are selling the nets, those who are helping to maintain the canoes and the nets, those who are helping to clean the area. So this fish is so important.
It's very important to the economic development.
Yes.
Now, so how come there are numerous challenges confronting this sector? And what are some of the challenges?
Yes, fisheries is a natural resource.
Okay.
And in most natural resources, there are challenges. There are challenges because of normally humans' attitude towards natural resources, because we think these natural resources are bound forever. So we do not approach the management precautionally under the precautionary principle. So that is the same with the fisheries. We have assumed that the fish will be there forever. In fact, when you go to the beach and you see fishermen writing on their canoe, the sea never dries. It means that anytime you go to sea, you get fish. So that is the mentality that has led into our governance. So the challenges include, of course, weak governance to the extent that the sort of discussion and collaboration and consultation that needs to go on between central government and the actors which include the fisher folks themselves and all others, are not adequate.
Okay.
So that communication and
There's a communication
consultation
gap.
is a problem.
Right.
Then we have the issue of enforcement.
Okay.
Fisheries is a natural resources, and per our constitution, it is held in trust by the president on our behalf. So the management, the governance, the enforcement, the development of the rules and enforcement and the implementation of the rules must be led by government.
Right.
So that is a major challenge. Then the issue of voluntary compliance. Voluntary compliance is when the fishers, the actors themselves pick the law and they comply with it. So that is a complete set of the governance, and this is weak in Ghana.
Okay. Now, you have numbered a couple of challenges. Friends of the Nation, over the period you've existed, what has been your contribution towards addressing this challenge you mentioned?
Yes, we identified that the governance is weak, so we need to play a role. So what we did was, one, there were inadequate information. Especially most fishers did not understand the ecological justification of why they need to comply with the laws. So we had to go out there, do a lot of sensitization and education. Of course, with Fisheries Commission and all the relevant stakeholders, including Marine Police and others, we had to go out there, engage fisher folks to understand the ecological justification. We have also advocated on a number of issues. For instance, development of the Fisheries Act, the present Fisheries Act 625 in 2002, we played a role. Development of the Fisheries Regulation in 2010, we played a role in the consultation and others. We have even played a role in the drafting of a national co-management policy that allows fisher folks at the local level to be part of the governance. We have played a role in capacity building, even for enforcement agencies like the Marine Police and others. We've conducted a lot of trainings for them, even supported their training facility, giving them, they have a training facility at Enyonam in the Western region, supporting them set it up, and then providing them the computers and all the training equipment so that they are able to do proper training. We even assisted a lot of them with even basic swimming lessons. And we've helped them develop what we call SOPs, competency training skills that they can even transform. A curriculum have been developed by us.
As these trainings you are mentioning, is that all the fisher folks that go to this training, or representatives go and then they come to train the rest? How does it work?
Representation, we deal with their leadership and their membership.
Right.
So they have executives along the national, regional.
So you
district.
expect when they come back,
yes,
they relay the information to the rest.
And then we do community level engagement as well. We have even set up a whole communication team for the fisher folks who goes around using drama, theatrical performance and others to communicate.
In these
to
key activities you have been doing for the fishery sector, what then has the fishery ministry, if I should say, what has that institution been doing?
Yeah, the fisheries ministry.
Are they also doing their part?
Yes, the fisheries ministry is looking at a broad area. The fisheries ministry is that the fisheries commission operates under the fisheries ministry. They are doing a lot, but the areas that have got to implementation of the laws, that is where the biggest weakness is, and the consultation with stakeholders. So we engage them, and they understood that sometimes they do not have to do it themselves. So sometimes in partnership with civil society, we do the consultation with them participating because of the level of the grassroots mechanisms that we use. For instance, implementation of the fisheries management plan, we have played a very big role. One of the few issues we realize is that sometimes they are limited by resources. So civil society even had to buy vehicles, 4 vehicles
to support the ministry.
Yes, support the ministry. You know.
Right. Moving forward, I also want to know the fishery ministry and the fisher folks. How is communication like between them? Because, for instance, let's look at this policy of closed season to help, reduce the way I'm told fishers are moving far away. So when they go for fishing, they get limited fishes to come back or, landing site. Isn't that the communication is that bad? Or is it the language barrier, or what at all is the problem? Because we hear a lot of agitation. They're saying, no, we will not agree to this. You want us to go hungry? How do we feed for the next 1 month? You're going to do this. What is the problem between the ministry and the fisher folks?
Yes, as I discussed, it's about the governance. It's about the level of consultation. There are layers of consultation. You can do consultation with the top leadership at the national level, and then some at the regional level, but you need to go down there to engage the many fisher folks, because there are plenty of fisher folks. We have over 300 landing sites, so all these areas are fisher folks. So I said that the ministry do not have the resources to do all these.
Okay.
So they accepting to partner with civil society organizations is the best move,
Right.
but they need to also do that properly.
Okay.
In the close season, the issue was that most of the fisher folks, when it was mooted in 2018, and civil society was part of the initiators that we need to do a close season.
Okay.
Because the fish is not going far, but the fish is finishing.
Okay,
It's
I'll
finishing.
be right back for you to tell me where the fish is going. My name is Enyonam, this is BizTrends Show, and today on my show is the programs manager for Friends of the Nation. He's the person of Mr. Kwadwo Yamoah. I'm going for a quick break. I'll be right back after this. Stay with me.
When you've worked hard for your money, you want to make sure you're investing it with the right company. And when you need your money, it will be there for you. As Ghana's leading investment bank, Data Bank has been helping Ghanaians achieve financial independence since 1990. At Data Bank, you can purchase mutual funds, treasury bills, or shares. We're one of Ghana's leading pension and provident fund managers.
Backed by our world-class research team, DataBank has a proven track record of strong performance and good corporate governance. Knowing where to invest is key. Invest wisely, invest with DataBank.
Welcome back from that quick break. You're still watching BizTrends, and if you just joined us, we are discussing the fisheries sector in Ghana, the importance and of course the challenges this sector is going through. So when we went on break, you were touching on the fish going. Where are they going to?
Yes, the fish is finishing.
Okay.
When we say the fish is finishing, when you go fishing, you are hunting, you are killing the fish.
Right.
So the level of killing the fish, that is catching the fish, is becoming more than the rate at which the fish can replenish.
Okay.
So we are eating and killing more fish than the
Right.
fish can reproduce.
Okay.
So you need to let the fish rest and breed and produce. So the close season is a mechanism to let the fish rest and produce.
Okay.
So that is the period. It should be done in a period where the fish is producing, so they don't go catching them. Most of the time, you buy fish, you eat fish, and you see a lot of eggs in the fish. When you allow one fish to...
Is it the use of wrong nets?
No, it's not the use of wrong net. The use of wrong net is one aspect of it,
Okay.
but the season that you fish is another aspect.
Okay.
In the hunting, in wildlife, there are certain period is close season. You can't go and hunt because most of the animals are pregnant. The same applies in fisheries.
Until the arrival of foreigners who started also fishing in Ghana, how has the system been like? Was there compliance by the local folks? And when these new foreigners arrived, has there been any challenge? Because I hear the local folks say the treatment or how authorities handle this, foreigners, the unauthorized nets they are using, the people seem to know, the top men or the top big people, they seem to know, but they are doing, virtually nothing to stop them. However, when the local folks go the same way, they come after them. What exactly is the, connection here?
Yes, I will say that enforcement is very low, both for the trawlers and the others, including the locals, because all of them are engaged in one form of illegality
Or the other. Okay.
The locals have the nets they are using, which are too small. Some of them are close like a mosquito net that catches baby fish, juvenile fish. So that is also there. Some of them are using light aggregating device to fish. And then most of the trawl vessels are Ghanaian owned, but foreign made with foreign operation.
Right.
Ghana laws makes a provision for Ghanaians to partner foreigners to operate the trawl. So the trawl sector has also its challenges. But we see the atrocities, the illegalities done by the trawl sector is very serious. Okay. We have what we call the illegal transshipment called the cycle and the dumping of fish. A lot of documentaries are going on. We have also done some documentaries by support of the BUSAP Fund And this shows a lot of atrocities that the trawlers are doing. So
why
this
would governments be looking on at certain errors that are being done without prosecuting those guys? Is it because someone is benefiting indirectly somehow from these errors being committed? Is that the case?
On the face value, one is tempted to think that
that's the situation.
Yes, because you see, the law, we have an amended fisheries law, that Fisheries Act 880, that says that if a vessel is found doing these illegalities, including illegal transshipment and others, the minimum fine is $1 million. Okay. And we need a lot of money to pump into our fisheries sector. So once we have these vessels committing this crime day in and day out, and we are not prosecuting them to take this money, one is tempted to feel that
somebody
there is
benefiting somewhere.
Complacency.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
There's complacency.
Now, you mentioned how much Ghana derives from the fisheries sector.
Yes.
How come that over the period, I have heard in recent news, read and heard, that a time will come, Ghana will import fish. I mean, what's the situation? You are on grounds. Is that the case? Is it happening? Or we are yet to, come to that point where we'll be importing a lot of fish into the country? Yes,
it started a long time ago. For some years now, we are not able to meet the local consumption. So we are importing close to 60% of the fish that we consume.
Fish?
Yes.
With all these river bodies you have?
Yes, we are importing over 60% of the fish that we consume in Ghana. And yearly, we could import to the tune of over $3 million each year.
Is government aware of this data?
Government provides this data. Government provides this data. So government is the originator and the generator of this data.
So as a key person who is interested in the development of such a sector, what are you guys doing to tell government, look, this situation is getting worse and let's address it? What are you people doing?
Yes, we have had a lot of dialogue meetings with government, both government, present government. But we realize that we need to move beyond the dialogue meeting to more radical approaches. So we have...
Such as?
We have begun an advocacy of name and shame, looking at who is not doing his work to allow these things to happen. We have initiated a lot of media engagement, and we have sensitized the fisher folk against illegal fishing, including cycle, and engaging government on that. And throughout the year to the end of the year, you'll be seeing more of these issues that we'll bring out there, because we think that there is a lot of compromise on the side of government. The trawlers are stealing Ghana's fish, and then we are losing $50 million each year because of these activities of the trawlers.
How would you rate government policies and intervention to help the fishery sector?
Policies and intervention are in two parts. The formulation of the policies, very good. The implementation,
bad.
Bad.
Now, why do government have problem when it comes to implementation? What do you think causes that a lot?
We have issues of institutional and human aspect. For instance, in the fisheries.
Is it that the wrong people are employed to work?
The wrong people to some extent, and then the political interference.
Okay.
Political interference do not allow people to work. I know a lot of enforcement agencies who, even before they go to the field, they'll be told, don't go to this area, go to that area and fish. For instance, when the Fisheries Enforcement Unit was set up in 2013, they have never gone to Elmina illegal transshipment cycle site to conduct an operation, because
are they aware of this site?
They are very aware of this site. But anytime they want to go, they say there's a call from above, don't go there. So these are political interference, because our law has a loophole. The loophole is that the issue of preventing politicians from directly benefiting from fishing, either owning a fishing vessel or being aligned to a fisheries company, is open. Right. So most politicians are beneficiaries. And if they are top beneficiaries and they own and they benefit from what the the trawlers bring in, how would they
enforce the law?
Enforce the law.
Right.
So what we look at, you look at the bottom line. The bottom line is that why are there good laws which are easily enforceable in the fishery sector, especially for the trawl sector, and they are not being enforced? Why are vessels being fined and they don't pay? A lot of things. For instance, an observer that is paid, employed by government, placed on a fishing vessel, goes to sea with the vessel comes back, they say the observer is missing. Up to now, we've not seen the observer, and these vessels are there operating. Right. So you would see the inertia, you see the complacency, you see the compromise on the part of government in enforcing the law. And that is one of the biggest challenges.
I say, election is around the corner. Friends of the nation, how are you people ensuring you're going to hold government accountable to previous promises they have made to this sector, and the next promises they are going to make before election come, how are you going to hold them responsible?
Yes, we have started holding them responsible. What we do is that every electioneering year we organize parliamentary debates for fishing constituencies, and then engage the fishing constituencies and give them platform to engage their parliamentarians. And then we note promises and commitments made, and then we play them back. This year we have also started engaging the aspirant who won and told them that play back the video. When you were here, this is what you said. What have you done? And we track them. We are also setting up accountability billboards in certain coastal communities to show the promises made or the issues captured by government and what has been done. We are also engaging central government. For instance, in 2016, we did a whole analysis of the MPP manifesto on fisheries.
Okay.
And now we're engaging them to say, okay, these are the things you said. These are the deviations. This you have not done.
Right.
What shows that you do a better work?
Okay.
And we're engaging all the fisher folks in that regard.
Very good. I like the way you're engaging them. This is BizTrends. Up next is the investment tidbit brought to you by Data Bank and followed by Pensions Brief from NPRA. Take a look at this quick segment. I'll be right back to wrap up on the conversation with regards to Ghana's fisheries sector.
Enyonam Ghana for Emira Yamoah Emira Eda from Kra. Your COVID-19 abeha ye. Amaya bra was sakra ma be asema atu yin enji nisa ato yenda a yenim sene ye ben. Nanso yampesa me chairman say sene ekọ no yenim say ebia anya kra bosom miensa de ebedru ho no na nsem ne so na etwa. Nansen a yehu say China yare no start free and across say nyoma back to normal. Lockdown ye demand one baby yare na ankasa share say no say yehu say ye piama amanfo epie. Inti ye wogidi say Ghana hanso anya kra be dru bosom yensa de na yen so ye lockdown no so etwem. Inti menim se woti hwe aye wadwendwen se eto ana anka bosum bia na otwe bia na whatever time bia wo bia wo de to nchen ye friend investment no o se wo ya na se wo ye meti asese sika na onya no se no eso aba form eso beti se wo ye driver new se wo shop se wo ye den keneke sika wo na eso beti bia nso ana wo sika bi kra da baby enfanse na wo sika wo Data Bank da se a unya aketua na bibi mba wano yi kene ke obeba ye ho se oba bi nanso futu am won se kakre bi kra e ba onsem bia no esese utumi still udi bi to nchen because daachin beba na make na ebe su butu miensa no na nyoma back to normal still esese otu office still esese odi uhwe oye no mba esese odi bibi to nche for ebia project bi udan bi awusi ana odachi because ebedru baby onye eduma bi nti emrewe nyemre a esese o ma esutwa kra e wo so betumi ate but ensese esutwa nti futu ama won se mema won se do a nyoma o se o sika wo so no esese o te so no so na esese o investment no o te so but me enjoy edamas.
Hi, my name is Ernest Amate Vondi. I work with National Pensions Regulatory Authority as the Director of Planning and Research, Monitoring and Evaluation. This week on Pensions Brief, we'll talk about the misappropriation of pension funds. In particular, we want to know what happens to a trustee, a pension funds manager, or a pension fund custodian, or a director of any of these firms who commits the offense of misappropriation of pension funds. Now, the first responsibility of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority is to enforce every aspect of the National Pensions Act. In relation to the misappropriation of funds, the law is very specific as to what exactly must happen if such an offense is committed, and that can be found in section 195 of the National Pensions Act. And with your permission, let me read exactly what the law says. The law says that a trustee, a pension fund manager, custodian or director who misappropriates pension funds commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of an amount equal to 3 times the amount misappropriated, or to imprisonment for a term of not less than 10 years, or to both the fine and the imprisonment. So the law is very specific on this matter. Indeed, there are some other sanctions that the law applies if one commits this offense of misappropriation pension funds. For any further inquiries, contact the National Pensions Regulatory Authority on 0302 968692.
Welcome back from that quick break. This is BizTrends TV show. Many thanks to my sponsors, NPRA Data Bank, Leap Tomato Paste, J&G Insurance Brokers. BizTrends Enterprise has brought new products in the market. Electronic money saving box. If you haven't seen it yet, just hit me on social media and I'll give you one. And of course, the sport waistband that when you're going for jogging, you have a place to keep your money, your phone, and of course a water bottle makes life very comfortable. Just talk to me on social media and I'll get you one of that product. We are wrapping up our interview. What I want to know is that really the fisheries sector is doing a lot with regards to our economic development.
Yes.
Of course, and then the challenges are also there.
Yes.
And it's so sad on how government is looking on and not doing nothing, virtually nothing, to resolve the problem. Me, I love fish. I mean, if there's no fish, how will I eat my akpele in the house? So, friends of the nation, thank God you are holding them accountable by playing previous promises and what they are promising to do now. What else are we expecting from you people?
Yes, we have made several recommendations to government. One of the few things we have done is that in the fisheries law, there are some loopholes. So we've asked government to address those loopholes so that the law can be adequate. We have also asked government to enforce the law. Without enforcing the law, a lot of fisher folks lose their livelihoods, they become poor, and they will not vote for you. But most importantly, the illegalities and the atrocities by the trawl sector, especially the cycle, must be done with immediate effect.
Okay.
Government must stop the cycle. Even though 2020 budget was promised in the government to stop the cycle, it must be done with immediate effect because it is really destroying the fisheries resources.
I guess government does a lot of talking and less acting, right?
Yes, a lot of talking. And one of the few issues we have with government that instead of forcing the law, government goes appealing to fishermen.
Or could it
to
be
stop.
the 1 billion you mentioned that government, the sector or Ghana derived from the fisheries sector, and of course the employment it creates? Could it be a chicken change for government, and that's why they are not really paying attention to the needs of fisher folks?
Even the $1 billion is coming down because of all these challenges.
Okay.
And the scientific community had established that in a few years' time, if we go by this trend, which we call business as usual,
right,
we'll have no fish.
At all.
And other countries have gone to that brink before. But they have revived and they are doing things. Even when you go to our neighboring countries like the Ivory Coast and others, they have put in place very good measures. And most of our fisher folks go there and get fish. They go there, apply the law.
I mean, these women come to my house every salmon or poku and they tell you, Abidjan.
Yes.
So I'm asking her, but we have sea. So why do you tell me this one is Abidjan, this one is this one?
Because
what is that?
Because we have not been able to enforce the law. That is why we are very appreciative of the institutions that are supporting that we enforce the law. And I want to praise the BUSAC Fund supported by the USAID and DANIDA, who are saying that let's push government to fully implement the fisheries laws. If we do that, then the fish stuff can rebound and then there will be fish for all. There will be good fish for us. There will be employment, and then we will also address food security.
How do fish pond, the fish pond farmers, how do they benefit from all this you're doing? Do you only focus on the coastal people, or you also visit the fish pond guys? Because it's a whole business on its own.
Yes, the aquaculture, and it can be dugout ponds, it can be riverine aquaculture, and even on the lake.
Yeah.
And we have a network of partners we are working with to provide services for them to ensure.
So you
that
equally visit them as well.
Yes.
Okay, viewers, would love to go on and on, but time is not a friend right now. And thank you so much, Mr. Yamoah, for the good work you're doing for the fishery sector. We pray that government heed to your call and ensure that our fishery sector does not go waste. My name is Enyonam. Thanks for watching. I believe you've learned a thing or two. If your mom is into this sector, go and talk to him to use the right net. And of course, adhere to the good practices. Until next week, I'll come your way again with another powerful personality in a different sector. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.